Welcome back. We will continue with our introduction to the system design series, and I will walk you through the various topics that we will cover in this series. Before we do that, let's see who this series is aimed for. This series is aimed at engineers who are new to system design. If you are new to system design, you'll go through the basics of the design process, its methodology, and the building blocks. It's for developers who are moving to architect roles. As you grow in your career path and have a good number of years of engineering experience, you can move up the next step, that is towards an architect. An architect is responsible for building system design, and this series will definitely cater very well to architects. Once you understand the fundamentals, you should be able to crack any system design interview. The expectations from an interview standpoint are a little bit different compared to the real world system design, but we will make sure that you understand design in practicality, and at the same time, you would be able to customize or tailor your response during this interview. Finally, this series is for anybody who wants to build a large-scale system. If you have the appetite for learning and want to take up this particular role, you can learn how to build high-level system design for any solution, no matter what the scale is. With that said, let's talk about what will you really be learning in this series. The very first thing, of course, is the building blocks of our system, like networking concepts, CDN, proxies, messaging, and so on. We will be focusing on the system architecture and cover various archetypes that exist from an architecture standpoint, whether it's client-server, peer-to-peer, and more. We will follow this by learning the design patterns like MVC, broker, microservices, etc., which essentially are reusable solutions to a problem. We will be covering a number of tools like Elasticsearch, Docker, cloud stacks like AWS, and so on. We will learn how to leverage those tools so that we can build faster and make our system design more robust. We will be focusing on learning the practical aspects of system design. Our goal is to cultivate this practice of system design so that this is not a one and done kind of thing. We want to learn the practice itself and then put the practice in practice, if you understand what I mean. Because once you do that, then and then only you become a strong practitioner, and you will be able to do this real time without any problem whatsoever. Let's go through the high level topics that we will be covering in this series. First, we will learn about the practice of system design, its methodology, various architectures, their characteristics, and more importantly, how we can use them to find an optimal architecture for our problem. Once we understand the various architectures, we will then move on to learn about distributed systems and their characteristics. We will go through the fundamental theorems like CAP to understand how design constraints like consistency, availability, and partition tolerance are related to each other, and how we can still design that system that meets a need. We start off learning networking concepts, the basic protocols like TCP/IP, UDP, etc. Then we go and explore about load balancers, techniques, strategies, and the usage. Then we move on learning proxies and caching strategies that will help us improve the response time. We delve into messaging like asynchronous communications, PubSub, and other techniques. Finally, we'll spend time learning about searching and indexing approaches. Our next stop will be database. We start with learning RDBMS and then follow it by NoSQL and its usage. We learn about the advantages and disadvantages of various databases and how we can choose the right database for a system. We will go deep into sharding and replication strategy that will help our database to scale. And finally, we learn about large-scale data processing techniques like map and reduce. In the API section, we learn how to build APIs for services. We will specifically focus on building REST and GraphQL APIs. We will learn about why security is important for API services and how we can incorporate authentication and authorization along with encryption in our services. Further, we deal with advanced topics like concurrency and transaction management to make sure our APIs work as intended. Our next stop will be to learn about deployments. how we can build and deploy systems to the cloud. How do we enable logging and monitoring for our apps and services to make sure they are working 24/7? In the final section, we will learn about distributed design patterns that will truly help us design large-scale systems. We take it further by applying all the knowledge we learned so far in building real-world systems like Uber, Twitter, Instagram, and many more. This series is what I call Learn with Me. The idea is very simple. You learn not only through the videos at your own pace, but you can also join a class and learn along with me and other enrolled students. I will be uploading weekly videos, so please make sure that you subscribe to our channel in order to get notified when new lessons are uploaded. The expected duration of this series is about 3 months. However, depending on your feedback and the coverage of topics, we may extend it by a month or so. So I request you to provide your feedback as we go along this journey. You have an opportunity to enroll in a free class and learn with me, as I mentioned before. We plan to have group discussions and give assignments as well. Later, at the end of the series, we will conduct practice system design sessions. This will be another opportunity for you to participate and improve your skill. Anyone can join this class at any time during the series. The link of the class has been provided in the video description below. I would like to add a disclaimer. There is no substitute for practice, and expect that you will put in the time and effort not only to learn the concept explanation, but also put this learning in practice. This is key and essential to success. Please subscribe for updates. I request you to let other people know about this series so they can also benefit. The link to the live class has been posted in the video description below. Please make sure you sign up. I'm very excited to begin this journey and look forward to seeing you in the class. Thank you.